Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Nice to have the crew all together. I hope that you've had a beautiful week. And yeah, can't wait to get moving with you. So we're going to start on our backs today. Just meet me in, yeah, that perfect little Shavasana pose, getting yourself laying down. We're going to drop in. Yeah, a good little mix of a class, just trying to get kind of back into the whole body, get moving in this little bit of a new temperature. Let's see where we're at, taking check at this point in September, and kind of as we move a little bit into the autumn season, just seeing if the body's feeling any different. Yeah, let's let go. As you lie down, just find that position that feels really nice for you. So checking in the back body, just noticing kind of anywhere that feels a little bit sore at all, anything that you think, oh, I really like to work through that today. Yeah, see where there was opportunities throughout the class. If it doesn't kind of arise, or you want to work deeper at that at the end in your own way, as you make your way to the floor, just check in. Is the back body sore? Does it feel better to have the knees bent today? Is it just where you want to be, or do you want the legs extended? And begin just to allow everything to soften. Checking in the pelvis and the lower back. If anything's arching, just lift a little bit in the pelvis and just flatten that lower back down to create a little bit of softness there. Amazing. Eyes closed if you can, or just slowly taking your gaze down, and let's bring our attention to the forehead, releasing that space between the eyebrows into the forehead, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Just seeing how that breath felt. Let's take note. Did it feel tight? Did it feel, quite manipulated? Did it feel, fluid at all? If it felt like we just need to slowly ease into it, let's take another deep breath. My favorite part of a yoga class, that first few breaths, just to allow ourselves to tap into that calm nervous system, breathing in and exhaling out, let it go. Amazing. Letting go whatever way feels good to you. And again, taking a lovely deep breath in and slowly exhaling out. I'm going to invite you just to roll the head a little bit left to right, getting a little bit into the neck. So making that little bit of movement here. You want to just kind of stretch it out a little further to see how far you can get the ear towards the mat. Notice if the neck feels tight. Are you straining or tensing anywhere? A really great opportunity, really, just to check in with the body. Relaxing in the jaw, and be taking an opportunity to wiggle that jaw a little bit left to right. Deep breath in and slowly breathing out. Lovely. Coming back to center. Awesome. Inhale. Let's reach the hands up towards the ceiling and up alongside those ears, arching the spine. Good. So just get that little bit of a stretch. See what's going on in the back body. Arms alongside the ears. 3. Deep breath in and out. 2. See where the breath is filling chest to belly. And then maybe just take the knees a little bit left to right. Just slow little movements, maybe wiggling them a little wider if you wanted. Just beginning this little bit of twisting motion. Good. Again, every little option in our warm-up today, our little bit of movement is about dropping in, checking in what's going down in the body. Where do things feel tight? Where does your body need the stretch today? For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Next time you've got the knees dropping towards the right hand side, let's just leave them there and see what's going on. Again, arms can stay either above the body, or if it just feels a little bit uncomfortable, bring the hands down. You can rest them on the belly or alongside the body and just see where you're at here. Knees dropping over. Is there anything that feels tight? Do you have any little niggle in the lower back, tops of the legs, knees? just honor that. If the knees don't drop as far, absolutely fine. Just keep them a little higher. Just move in the direction of that right hand side. Breath in and breath out. Remembering the magic of this one is just to take the breath to the belly, inhaling and exhaling, working inwards to start our class. Next one, inhale, but slowly wiggle those knees back up and over towards the left-hand side, checking in, making any little adjustments so that you can feel those shoulders square, knees dropping over, nice little stretch to the tops of the legs, the head, the neck, shoulders dropping down, amazing. Inhaling, breath to belly, and slowly exhaling, letting it go. Just breathing in and out, whichever way feels right for you. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Inhale, but slowly bring the knees back to center and walk the feet in so that they're hip distance apart again. Beautiful. We're going to take a little bit of work just to warm up in our core today. Let's start with the legs though. We're going to bring the palms down. We're going to draw that right knee in. We're going to feel that little connection lower back to the floor, like almost like a little crunch. And then we're going to tap the toe and switch sides. Good. So you can either bring the whole the foot down or you can just tap the toes to keep that lower back pushing into the mat. It's kind of like doing crunches on our backs. Good. Breathing with me. You can do them quick or slow. Inhale and exhale. Nice one. For 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. Nice one. 2. Breathing in and out. And 1. Beautiful. Inhale. Slowly exhale, bringing that foot down onto the mat or reach it up. Inhale, let's arch the back of the spine, arms alongside the ears, get that lovely stretch, really can get something underneath that lower back, that little gummy bear analogy, stretching out the spine today. 3, little smile, 2, and 1, pushing into the feet, let the lower back come down, and slowly coming up towards the ceiling, and hands coming down alongside the body. Lovely. Let's take the next option. So knees coming in, you can keep this lovely tap, pushing the lower back into the mat, or you can extend and maybe tap a heel and tap a heel, almost like you're kind of cycling the legs. You might get a little stretch in the back of the legs as well. You want to keep that lovely connection with the floor. You get that fire in the core. Again, if it just feels a little too much, go back to the tap. Beautiful. Breathe with me, relaxing in the face. 4. Nice one, everybody. 3. Feeling that strengthening in the center of the body. 2. Amazing. And 1. You might even feel a little bit of that work, pushing that lower back, all connected. Let's draw the knees in. Beautiful. Little rock side to side for us. Checking in those hips, the knees, the lower back. Maybe moving the neck. 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. A nice one. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Relax the shoulders. Find a nice soft neck. Beautiful. Slowly bringing the feet down to the mat. We're going to do that one more time. So just firing up the core. We're going to tuck under in the pelvis. Good. So we tuck under. We kind of draw the pelvis upwards. Lower back's flattening on the mat. Option is drawing in and tapping. Good. Or our third one, you can do that little cycling, or really, really great to get a little bit into the hips, a little bit into the legs. Oh, really nice work into the core. Amazing. Stop when you need to, or work with me for 5. Breathing in and out. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Drawing those knees in. Well done, everyone. Little rock side to side. Such a great little bit of movement there. 3, 2, and 1. And you can stay here. We're going to build it into a little happy baby rock. So we'll come back to center. You can stay where you are. You can take those hips wide. A little bit sooner, we're gonna flex those heels, lift it up. Maybe grab the outer edges and rock side to side. See the change. Where might you need that in the body today? Again, you can bring back to the knees in, or you can stick with this one. Just that little rock. Asking yourself where you might be feeling it today. For 4. Nice one. 3. 2. Amazing. And 1. Inhale. And exhale, slowly coming back to center, bringing the body back to the middle. You've got the option just to release the feet, or you can hold, work the tailbone down, shoulders down, and just work in a little bit more depth here into those hips. Whatever you choose, keep rocking, let go. It's up to you for 3. Just find some slow, deep breaths with me. Beautiful. For 2, inhale and exhale. A little smile if you like. And 1, beautiful. Slowly bringing those feet in, bringing the knees in, and feet planting onto the mat. Nice work. We'll just take a little minute. We're going to flip the palms up and take a little bit more work into that core. So we're going to tuck it under in the pelvis, lift up into the chest, and just wiggle a little bit. We're going to work to touch those heels or the ankles. Just see if you can lift in the chest. Take a little swivel chest lifts. Nice. Swivel, lift up. Nice. Feel that little bit of fire, the little sides of the abs for 4. Breathe with me. 3. Nice one. 2. And 1. Inhale, lift it back up in the middle, reaching up. Inhale, bring the palms up and over the head. Little reach, maybe separate the palms, arch that back. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly reaching back up and bringing those hands down. You've got it. We're going to take the feet and bring them together. We're going to take a little back stretch. So we're going to walk the heels in towards the glutes, separate them a little bit more, and then slowly lift up. Just a little bit. See what you're getting on with. How's that bridge pose today? Lifting up a little higher, chin to chest. Good. 3, 2, and 1 coming down. Just feel the spine make its way to the mat. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Let it go. Amazing. Good morning to that body. Inhale, squeezing and lift it. Chin to chest. 3, 2, and 1 coming all the way back down. Awesome. And from here, we draw the knees in. We're going to roll the body over towards the right-hand side. Just wanted to warm up that spine before we come all the way up to a nice upright position on the mat. Nice job, team. Grab a little drink and join me in our tabletop position. Cheers. Good morning to you. Good morning to the body. Happy Sunday. Let's do it. Hands nice and wide, knees in line with the hips, and taking your little cat and cow, dipping the belly down, tucking under, pulling the shoulder blades apart. See what's going on here. Inhaling, lifting, and drop the shoulders down. Nice little smile and tucking under. We invite you just to find your own little flow. Make the practice yours between cat and cow. See what you need from it. If there's any other little wiggles or niggles you want to make. And cat, you might want to wiggle left to right. And then make your way down to cow, lifting up. Whatever feels good for 5. Good. 4. Just listen to your body. 3. Nice job, everyone. 2. Inhaling and exhaling. And the last one, finishing off. Both cat. Whatever one you need. Maybe cow. And moving us back into that lovely tabletop position. Amazing. We're going to take our weight onto the left-hand side. And then we're going to take that right hand. We're going to bring the fingers behind the ears and open the body up here. So we don't want to kind of hyperextend in that arm. We're balancing on the left side, but we do want to open up in that chest. Good. We're going to almost like a little crunch in, draw in from your core, and just see if you can reach across in between the arm and the knee, kind of like our threading the needle. Inhale, lifting up. Good, holding, breathing. Drop the shoulders down. Beautiful. Breathing in. And exhale, drawing it in. Reaching as far as you can with that elbow, maybe even dipping the hip if you want to get a little extra stretch. You kind of work that left hip to the left side. Inhale, lifting up. You might get a little extra stretch there. One more, inhaling, little smile. Feeling the body stretching out, good. See how that feels to you. Again, if you wanted to dip the left hip as you reach, that's fine. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift it up. Reaching the arm long. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the hand down. You can either bring the elbow down and then reach that left hand up, or you can reach across and bring the whole of the face and the cheek down if that feels comfortable for you. Back of the arm. Draw both shoulders down and just see where you're at. Extending. Inhale and exhale the left hand. Elbows lifted. Relaxing in the face. Amazing. Now you've got the option to stay here. If you need a little extra, you've got more space to twist, maybe reaching up with the left hand, looking more towards the ceiling. We're tucking that back hand behind you. See what feels good to you. 3, 2, and 1. We're reaching up. You've got it. Left hand comes down. Inhale, we're going to push the palm into the mat, lifting up. Beautiful little twist here. And down. Nice one. That felt really good to me. Hopefully the same to you. Inhale. We're going to take that left hand in, lifting up as you breathe in. You know, open the chest, draw the shoulders down. Good. We start by kind of just working into that left side, breathing in. And as we exhale, imagine you're taking like a little crunch across. You can dip into the right hip too if you want. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Drop the shoulders down. Just feel that lovely openness as you open in that elbow. A little bit into that upper body, relaxing in the face, team, and slowly reaching through. Nice one. Good job. Feeling that little crunch to the side. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Little hold here. Beautiful. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly reaching it through. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to lift up. Hold. Option to reach that hand up. Draw the shoulders down. Inhale, we're going to bring that elbow down. You can stay here, reaching the right hand forward. You can reach all the way through and drop down onto that shoulder, seeing how that feels. You can reach out with the right hand as you drop both shoulders down. And kind of rotating them down, getting a little bit of work here. Take a few deep breaths. If you wanted just to open the body a bit more, you could bring that right hand a little bit more towards the face, maybe pushing into the hand, looking up towards the ceiling. You can even push into the back of that left hand and reach up with the right up to you. Tucking that right arm in behind, opening the chest a little more. Just opens up those shoulders. Breathing with me, see what feels right to you for 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. Inhale. And coming down, reaching up. Let's bring the palm down. Inhale. Let's lift it open. Beautiful. And slowly bringing everything down onto the mat. Inhale. Let's take those knees wide. Exhale. Sinking back and feeling that lovely moment just to rest. Allow everything to just dip. Just let yourself settle into that stretch. Face wherever feels good. You can stack the fists. If the forehead's on the mat, you can rock it left to right. Checking in with how those hips are feeling, the lower back. Let's just stay here for 5 slow, deep breaths. Just working really nicely into this wide-legged child's pose. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out for 1. Breathing in and slowly breathing out for 2. Breathing in and slowly breathing out for 3. Just allow your body to surrender. Deep breath, number 4. Amazing. And last, lovely deep breath here before we begin to move. Amazing. Just checking in where you're feeling that stretch, any sort of niggles or tingles in the hips. And then just take a moment to lift up. If you've got it, we're going to walk the hands forward and slowly come back up to that lovely tabletop position. Good. Inhale, let's take the left foot out, or right foot out, sorry. And we're going to push the right heel out and drop the hip down, draw in from the center of the body. This is one pose. Sometimes I think that it is one that I do most days. There's a couple poses that I, even from just sat with the kids playing on the floor, I get myself into this one just to stretch it out into that lovely calf muscle that just tightens so much. Maybe pushing into those toes if you want releasing. Well, you've done all week. See if you can feel the toes really getting that little bit of a massage. 3, 2, and 1. Working the heel away, dropping that hip down. Good. Chest forward, seeing how that feels today. Inhale, let's lift that back leg. Good. We're going to bend into the knee. We're going to take some circles. We're going to take the knee wide and in. Draw in from your core as you kind of work, feeling the strengthening. So now this is actually working a little bit of our core. We're almost doing like a little crunch as we get into the hips. Breathe with me for 3, 2, beautiful, and 1. Inhale, switching sides, you've got it. We're going to lift up into that lovely left leg, taking it wide, hydrant, and in, drawing in from the core. Good. Find your circles. If it's feeling a lot, you can stop in the middle and put the knee down onto the mat. Or you can keep it a little more fluid. Let's get into that hip. Breath in and breath out. Not holding the breath, you've got it. 2. And 1. Slowly bringing that knee down. Inhale, bring the knees hip distance and sink down into your lovely child's pose. Arms extended this time, keeping that lovely length. We want to lift the chest. Maybe bring the fingertips and push them into the mat as we get into our child's pose. And then see if you can rotate the biceps out and then draw the shoulders down. Keeping the chest a little bit more lifted, fingertips pushing into the mat, looking slightly forward. You might get that little extra release in the upper body. See where you're feeling it. Everybody's different each day. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's peel up to our lovely cat pose. See how that feels today. Working into your cow pose. See how that feels, and coming back to our lovely flat back, drawing in the center of the body. Beautiful. I'm going to try this. I'll show you right now. Just see, and remember, you can always switch to the fists if you ever feel like that we're start having a bit too much pressure. We're going to lift the back foot. We're going to flex the heel. We're going to open the hip. So it looks like this. So right toes down, and then we're going to open the hip almost like we're looking to the side, and we're going to see if we can draw the leg slightly forward. And then we slowly draw the leg back, drop the toes. So the toes open, the hip opens. We take that foot as far as we can. It doesn't have to be right there. It could be here or back. Lifting toes down. And then we're going to do it again, opening to that third one. Beautiful. Not sure if you joined us or just watched. Let's come to that lovely starting position. Little wiggle, maybe roll the wrists. We're going to do that on both sides. It's really good to get into the hips, the backs of the legs, strengthening into the lower back. So many benefits. But I want you to make sure you're feeling strong in that upper body as it holds that bit of weight. So we use our core for balance, breathing in. And as we exhale, draw in from the core, drop the shoulders down. Good. Make sure you've got the right hands or fists. We're going to extend those right toes, toes face down to start. We're going to open the hip, and we're going to slowly draw that foot forward. It could be a little bit or a lot. Slowly bringing it back. You can feel that work in the glute. Drop the toes down. Look forward. Breathe with me. Inhale, toes out. Draw that leg out. Nice. And looking forward, good, strong. Inhale. Third one, you can leave it out or you can turn, see how that works for you. Bringing it back, bending in the knee. We're gonna draw the nose in towards the knee, little arch, and bring that knee down. Good. You need to wiggle a bit further from the wall. I definitely do for the next side. Inhale, we're gonna bring those left toes out. We're gonna work the heel down, drop that left hip down, starting there, good. Noticing if there's tightness there, remembering just change the fists if you just need a little bit of break. Don't forget to breathe, pushing into those toes. Such a nice opportunity to move where you need it. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. Yeah, this side's a little tighter for me today. 3, 2, nice one, and 1. Coming back to that lovely center point, drawing in from the center, draw the shoulders down. So we lift, the toes face down, and then the toes open. So you can see my hips lifting from this side. I'm drawing that leg forward, even a little bit or a lot. Slowly bringing it back. Toes down, draw in from your core, push into the hands. Good. Breathe. Inhale, let's open it. See if we can draw it forward. And then back. Toes down. Nice work. Draw in from the core. Feel strong in the center of the body. Last one. Turning those toes out. And then find your spot. And then bringing it back. Beautiful. Bending in that knee. Nose to knee. Beautiful. Bringing the knee down. Let's find that lovely wide-legged child's pose again. Knees as wide as you can. Sinking down. Again, coming onto the elbows. Or allowing the chest to melt down. Find what feels good. Relaxing the head on the fists. Maybe take the knees a little wider than you did before. See where you're feeling it. Lower back. What's going on for you? Let's stay here like we did before for 5 breaths. The forehead does make it to the fists of the mat, and you want it to rock left to right. Sometimes that changes season. We get that hazy head. We're just tired today. So much has changed so far. Summer, normally September brings more structure, busyness. Just breathe with me. Surrender. 3. Nice one. Inhale and exhale. 2. And 1. Lovely. Inhale, slowly pushing the body up. We're going to bring the hands forward, lifting up and bringing the knees back into that lovely tabletop position. Fingers nice and wide. And take the hands so that the fingers face outward. Just take that little wrist stretch, rocking a little bit left to right. Next one. Just feel the bottoms of the hands pushing in. Nice. Coming back to center. We're going to turn the palms to face the knee as far as you can. Just check in. For some of us, that would be hard. Sometimes pushing into the fingers and getting the palm down is something that won't happen, or that's stretch. And somebody a bit more hyperextended, just taking the one hand out might feel better if you leaned back into the tailbone. So you can take it wherever way feels good. It's so different for everybody. Mine feels good this way, where my kind of body's hyperextended. It's up to you. For 3, let's let go in those wrists. 2 and 1. Slowly coming all the way up. Heel the hand up. Little shake out, little circle. Amazing. Let's bring that hand down other side. So whichever hand you've not done, let's turn the fingertips out, and then we're going to bring the fingertips to face the knee. Good. So what we do is we push the fingertips down, 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 maybe the palm. Good. See how that feels for you. The wrists feel all right. Maybe that feels like the perfect stretch. Stick there. If you want to sink back, you can. Just feel it out. Notice what feels good to you. So important. I mean, the class I taught on Tuesday night, we really spent lots of time on the small parts. And at one point planning the lesson, I was like, am I really spending this much time on the wrists? But we really do have to take some time to get that joint really moving. We spend so much time like using it in some ways, but not maybe rolling the wrist or stretching out the hands or things like that, that it's super beneficial, isn't it? Slowly coming all the way back up and peeling up. Good little shake. And maybe a little roll of those wrists. Beautiful. Inhale. Hands nice and wide, tucking under in the pelvis. Let's arch the back into cat. Tuck those back toes. And we're going to lift up to our downward dog. Good. See how you feel here. That first one, wiggle those hips. Feeling that work into the backs of the legs. Maybe swinging the head left to right. Breathing in. And breathing out. We didn't do loads in those hammies, just a few little movements. So take what you need, especially out of this first one. 3, move whatever way you want, maybe pushing into the toes and lifting the heels. 2, what feels good and warm, lovely. Fingers nice and wide, draw the shoulders down and away, maybe finding a little bit of stillness here. Fine if the knees are bent. We're going to look forward between the thumb step or hop. You choose. Bringing the belly on top of the legs, hanging out. Good. Finding your halfway lift, maybe. Wherever you want to be. The hamstrings are tight. Bring the hands up. And bend those knees deep, slowly coming all the way back up to a nice standing position. Back bend if that feels good, and tucking under. Thumbs coming towards the sternum. Drawing in from the core, shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Relaxing in the face and the forehead. Just allowing everything to settle. Maybe closing the eyes if you feel comfortable. Inhale. Take the head left to right, just slowly getting a little bit into the neck. It can be whatever pace feels right to you. Just trying to acknowledge that little bit of tightness there. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Take that little bit of movement. Coming back to center, feet hip distance. Inhale, let's reach it up. Good. And as we exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward, fold down. Exhale. Knees bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Yogi's choice, where you want to be with that. Bend the knees, scoop it up. I like our 2 little intro movements to that. It's become a lovely little part of the class, just slowly getting into that flow. Second one, inhale. Reaching up and hinging at the hips. Exhale, folding down. Halfway lift. Slowly bending into those knees, scooping it up. Hands back. Good, tucking under. Beautiful, draw the shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing and reaching up. Hinging at the hips, fold down. There you've got it. We're going to move into standing split. So we're going to just keep those knees bent. Little halfway lift. And then we're going to bend the knees again and shift the weight to that left leg. What I want you to do is bring the fingertips or the fists forward or the palms. We're just going to shift the weight to the hands. That's where we want to be. And then see if you can swing the right toes back. The left leg, standing leg. This is good enough. Chest drawing forward if you want. Or you can shift the weight, maybe lift the back leg a little bit. You can work to straighten the standing leg a little bit. Maybe kicking the leg up a little bit more. Whatever feels good today. Slowly bending in the knee. Bring both feet down so that they're hip distance. Drawing the chin in. Find our halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knees. This time we shift the weight to that standing leg. It's going to be our right leg. Fingertips slightly forward or palms. Swinging the left toes back. Again, remembering this is good enough. If you wanted, you can shift the weight to the hands and that standing leg. Standing leg is bent, but you might want to see if you can straighten it a little. Never locking the knee. See how high the leg will kick for now. Slowly bringing it down. Bring the feet back down. Inhale, fold it. And halfway lift. Bending in the knees, scooping it up. Nice little Sequence, so back bend. Exhale, tucking the thumbs in, draw the shoulders down. Breathing in. And exhaling, breathing out. Letting it go. Breathing in, reaching up, inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fall down over those toes. We're gonna do a little halfway lift. We're gonna step or hop back to your high plank. You choose where you wanna be. And if you need to be on the knees, that's a great place too, but draw that pelvis forward, push into the hands, or a nice high plank, draw the pelvis down, holding here. Feel that strengthening. Good. An option to lower down, either bringing the knees down, lowering down in that upper body. The upper body feels strong enough, push into the toes and slowly lower down. Belly to the floor, and tuck those toes. You've got it. Relaxing in the arms and the hands. Inhale, we're going to draw that right knee in. Deep breath in and out. Let's draw. Maybe grab the toes, draw the heel in. Notice how that feels. Maybe tucking under in the pelvis. Kind of push the pelvis into the floor as you draw that heel in. Almost feels like you're squeezing in those glutes. Getting a little bit more in that upper part of the leg. Deep breath in and slowly breathing out. Good. We're going to release that foot. What I want you to do is just wiggle that leg a little bit out towards the right hand side and see if you can bend the knee. We're thinking about being on our front and maybe wiggling into tree pose. So as you do that, it's really natural for that right hip to lift up, and maybe just see if you can focus on, again, tucking under in the pelvis, squeezing in the glutes with that knee a little bit wider, maybe the toes or the bottom of the foot's in that inner thigh, working to get those hips flat onto the mat. Relaxing in the jaw, maybe a little smile if you like, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Nice one. Great work, team. It's getting a little bit more into those hips. The more you squeeze, the more you're going to feel that little tingle. Beautiful. Let's release that leg. Slowly just wiggle it back in line. Awesome. Let's do the other side. Morning to that body, right? Just trying to get into all those little crevices. Let's draw in with that left heel. You can reach back if the range is there for you. Maybe grab the heel. And again, look, we don't want that tailbone lifting. We want to tuck it under. Draw the heel in. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Relaxing in the face, but softening in the jaw. Be feeling that little squeeze, that softening. Again, just working into tops of the legs. Great, let's release. Good. Just gonna wiggle over so I've got a bit more space here. I'm gonna wiggle that left foot out a little bit, and then I'm gonna sit back and just bend into the knee, thinking about tree pose. So the foot could be lower, or you could lift it a little bit higher, and notice that left hip's gonna wanna lift. Can you again, let's take that tailbone, squeeze and tuck under. We're doing our tree pose on our front, really working it as a hip opener, tucking under, feeling the hips drawing down for 5, relaxing in the face, 4. Lovely. I feel my nervous system kind of calming down through the breaths and the stretches with that big yawn, if you ever get that. 3, 2, good. Feel that little tingle. And 1, good. Release that lovely squeeze you chose. I'm just gonna slowly see if you can turn and wiggle that foot back in. Lovely. Good. From here, we're gonna bend both of those heels and draw the heels in towards the glutes. You can stay here. If you feel like a little bit of a deeper back bend today, we have done some warm-ups in the back. We're going to work a little bit further, maybe drawing both heels in. You can tuck under in the pelvis. If you want that back bend, we look forward. Maybe push the toes into the hands and see if it helps lift the chest. See if you can lift a little bit higher, maybe. Good. If you want to lift into more full bow pose, you can lift the knees, push a little bit into the belly and the chest. Really strong in the spine, shoulder blades drawing in and coming down. Exhale. Beautiful. And just let go if you chose that option. Doesn't matter where you chose to be for that back bend. Bringing the hands on either side of the ribs. Inhale, let's peel the body up into our tabletop position. Inhale, tucking under in the pelvis, tuck the toes, let's lift up to a lovely downward dog. Again, taking this how you need it. You want to wiggle, you want to kick a leg up, you want to walk those heels, you want to do both. Just move in a way or find stillness in a way that feels right. We make our way. This lovely full body stretch. I always say the downward dog is that light pose that really does stretch everything. Such a famous pose, but such a pinnacle to body strengthening and stretching. Just let the magic do its work. Inhale, let's look forward through between the thumbs, coming up to the tops of the toes. Bend the knees, step where the hop feels natural. Hop forward and hang down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Bend the knees, beautiful, scooping it up. Love it. Little back bend if you like. And exhale, thumbs in. Just find a nice slow breath. Notice if there's any dizziness. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe taking the head left to right, getting a little bit into the neck. Nice one. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to stillness in center. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. Let it go. We're going to bring the hands down. Just take a moment to roll in those shoulders. I'm going to move and face you as we take a little bit of a drink, a little reset. We're going to move into a tiny little bit of balancing. So as we move into our balances today, just a little reminder to you need to grab the wall, do so. If you want to keep the foot on the ground, go for it. It's always different on different floors and surfaces. It took me a while to find my balance on carpet. I was always so used to doing it on a harder floor. Sometimes it's really different outside. That subtle movement of the clouds can throw our balance, but yeah, see what feels good to you. Find your space for your balance. Awesome. So we're going to come to our lovely little standing position, feet hip distance. We're going to take our tree pose. We're going to try and hold it a little bit longer today. It's nice we prepped a little bit on the floor. We're working to tuck under and squeeze in the glutes as we do so. Really opening that leg wide. Thinking about that movement we did on the floor. So inhaling with me. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Let's bend the knees. Shifting the weight over towards the right hand side. You know, we're going to take that left foot and just slowly bring it to the lower part of the leg. Lift up. So we're going to draw in from your core, lifting up and squeezing and rotating. Draw the shoulders down. You know where we're headed. So we're not dipping in the hip. We're lifting up nice and tall. Using the center, we worked our core. That is that center that keeps that balance. Now remember, we just don't put the foot on the knee, somewhere below, or if the balance lends itself to it today, it doesn't have to foot in, but don't become complacent. Lift that hip drop. We want to lift, push the inner thigh in, and rotate that knee out. Good. Hands on the hips. Find something in front of you not moving. And if you wobble out of it, just come back. Anything moving will sometimes throw you off, even watching me. You're taking the hands wide. We can flip the palms up. Draw the shoulders down. Beautiful. Maybe just reaching the hands up above the head. You can't see me, but I'm just going to bring the palms together and reach them up. Draw the shoulders down. Draw in from the core. So really trying to stack the body, keeping that lovely squeeze. Again, you can hold on to anything at all. Easiest, the right hand. Keep pushing into that inner thigh, rotating wide. 3. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Thumbs come in towards the sternum. Beautiful. 3, 2. A little smile and 1. Lifting up and down. Good. With a little shake out. Right, it's really healthy to kind of hold those poses, really strong for the muscles in our feet for that balance, working nice and deeply into those hips. But don't worry if balance is off, hold the wall, use that core, come back to it in and out, just takes that little practice. Inhaling through the nose, out through the mouth. So bending the knee, shift the weight over. We're gonna wiggle that heel. Good, you choose, so we don't want the hip dip, we want to lift up, drawing from your core, tuck under in the pelvis, but keep that upper body drawing nice and forward. So we want to roll the shoulders back. Feel like I'm drawing a really tall little lengthening of the spine from the top of the head. Good. Bringing the foot to the lower part of the leg and tucking under in that pelvis, working the knee wide. Find a nice steady breath here. If this feels best today, the lower part of the leg, just breathe and squeeze and hold it. Really working to feel the strengthening, the stacking of the body. If you did want to take that foot inwards, there's such a tendency to dip. So we don't want this bowing, we want to push in. So inner thigh pushes in, everything shifts and opening that knee wide. You can feel that work tucking under in the pelvis. You're starting to feel a shift in the work that you're doing in that inner thigh. Good. If that's where you are, drop the shoulders and hold. Amazing, team. No matter where you are, noticing if one side felt easier than the other. Equilibrium could be off for any reason, so go easy. Keep squeezing, feeling that openness in the hip. We're gonna bring the palms out, drop the shoulders down. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. You've got it. Ready? We're going to bring the hands up. We're going to bring the palms together. So reaching up, draw the shoulders down, feel long. Those hands are really helpful in helping us draw tall from the top of the head. Again, don't become complacent if you've got a foot on the inner thigh. Look, that's the dip, pushing in and rotating out, getting into that hip flexor. You feel the muscles in the standing leg working for 3, 2, and 1. Thumbs coming in, knee in and down. Great little shake out. Beautiful job, team. Good. Let's take the knees nice and wide. Nice. Take those big circles, getting a little reset in those hips. The knees. Awesome. All right, one more little balance and then we'll drop down to our relaxation, that little closing bit of movement and our Shavasana. So from here, we're going to play with a little bit of balance with the hands. So, and the knee. So we're going to slowly shift the weight. So feet hip distance, bend the knee, shift over. Your standing leg is going to be the left leg, right leg comes up. We're going to draw that knee up and bring the hands onto the knee, drop the shoulders down and find that long spine. So you might want to kind of work at just feeling like you're lifting up, chest drawing forward, shoulders drawing back. Good. If that feels enough today or you're holding on, stay there. You also have the opportunity now, we're going to take that left hand out. Maybe see the balance will allow you to take the knee wide. Again, squeezing the glutes. Again, you can hold on with the left hand. You can stay here. Nice job, everyone. And if the balance is still there, see if you can bring it back across and to the knee. And can you take it across the body the other way a little bit? Reaching out, pointing that toe. 3, 2, and 1. Knee back to center and down. Nice. Shake it out. Breathe if you've been holding your breath. So common. Awesome. All right, coming back to that lovely position, hip distance with the legs. Bend the knee, shifting over. Standing leg's going to be the right leg this time. Bring the left toes in and up. Good. Bring the hands in. Slowly roll the shoulders up and back, lifting in the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing in the face, seeing how that feels. If you need any help with your balancing, go for it. You wanted to try this side, you can take, again, it's the left hand, either right hand out, or you can have the right hand on the hip, and you want to squeeze. So we're tucking under. We don't want the bottom sticking out. You want to tuck under. Open that knee wide. Nice steady breath. Nice to point that toe. 3. Nice one, guys. 2. And 1. Slowly, see. You can bring it across. Maybe grabbing it with the right hand. That twist feels good. We've worked into the twist. Maybe you're reaching out. Take your time always. Maybe pointing the toe. And slowly bringing it back up and down. Nice work, everyone. Little shake out. We're going to bring the feet nice and wide, toes facing inwards. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hinging at the hips. Beautiful. Let's come down. Bring the hands wherever they go. The fists, the fingertips. Let the whole, the back arch. Just relax. You can grab opposite elbows and maybe swing a little bit left to right like we sometimes do in our forward fold. See what that feels like here in this position today. And coming back to center. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Maybe bringing the hands between the feet, draw the nose through or reach the hands through, whatever you feel like, or keep it just soft, just hanging down. Love a little forward fold, a little inversion to help us get into slowing down our practice. We're gonna walk the hands slightly forward and then wiggle the feet in so that they're hip distance and make your way down onto the knees. Beautiful, swinging the feet to the side. Making your way to our upright position on the mat. Good, right hand down, reaching up with the left, pushing that left hip down and back to center. We're gonna reach over this time, left hip pushing down. So we don't want to just reach the whole body over. It's gonna be that left sit bone, left hip coming down as we reach over. Inhale. The other side. Good. Again, reaching over, we're pushing down. So you'll notice the stretch here can look like this, or it can look like this. And it's quite a difference in the stretch you get in the side body as you push that left sit bone down. Maybe working the thumb back this time, opening the chest. You can bend a little bit into that left elbow. Inhale, reaching forward and up. Bringing the hand down, reaching over. Good, left sit bone down, or right sit bone down, sorry, left hand over. Maybe bending into that elbow, opening the chest here if you like, for 3, 2, and 1, reaching over. And coming all the way back. A nice upright position on the mat. Good, breathing in with me. And breathing out through the mouth. Awesome, team. Good, we're going to take the ear to the right hand side, back to center, left hand side, back to center. And again, like we did standing, just trying to get a little bit into super tight spaces. 3, breathing in, breathing out. 2, everything back to center. Drop the shoulders down, chin to chest. Just holding here. Close the eyes if you like. Just noticing shoulders drawing down. The neck is really tight. Just stay there. If not, a really great opportunity just to begin to close the eyes and close the practice down. Inhale, bringing the head back to center, looking up. Inhale. Let it go, bringing the neck back. I'll take 2 cleansing breaths. Really let go and release in your exhalation. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Breathing in. Let it go. Relax the hands, relax. Begin to close the eyes. Sit tall. The breath just do what it wants to do, whether you want to manipulate it, taking slower deep breaths. You just want it to soften into its natural state. Just close the eyes and be releasing any tension around the creases of the eyes and softening the eyelids, separating the jaw and releasing any tightness you might be holding there still. Just imagining that there's almost like a soft white light kind of shining down on the crown of the head, releasing any stress and tension there all the way down the face. Releasing the uncomfortableness in the sinuses, jaw, any little headache, just letting that white light shine down. Imagining that sunshine that we've been feeling, just nourishing every cell. Let that white light spread all the way down the shoulders, the front and the back body, all the way down the tops and the bottoms of the legs, the hands, the feet, to the entire body. As you sit, just feels light. You can almost just imagine that entire white light just encompassing all around you, helping support and releasing the heaviness of life. Giving you just a moment back in this beautiful present space, this breath, this body, the now. Asking yourself, how are you? Mind and body. Did you learn from your practice maybe about answering those questions? Maybe what else can you do for yourself this week? You tell others. You, your well-being. When you're ready, just begin to make your way to that beautiful space we began, drawing the body down or taking yourself to your coziest place in your home, lying back to find that little slice of peace you can hopefully harness from Shavasana, from our movement, from our breath. Allow the whole of the body to melt down. Begin to let yourself drift into that beautiful space, maybe between sleep and awake. Let the practice just nourish every cell. Today I have a little wish for you, a little affirmation that maybe you can continue to repeat as you move through the week. Phrase for you to keep rolling and rolling through your mind. Help us find a beautiful mindset and move through September. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. And when love comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily.
Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes to me, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Breathing in and out. Making those affirmations yours as you ebb and flow through the rest of your day, your week, your month, and year. Thank you for joining me as always. Stay as long as you like. Peace and love, my friends. Look forward to seeing you next week. Happy Sunday.